is July 18th, and just as everyone expected and me myself denied, things went down the last couple weeks. I wish I could take my sunglasses off, but it's really bright, so here's what I look like. Let me put the douche goggles back on. I tried again to be friends with someone who was once a huge part of my life. And we have struggled for the past 2 or 3 months trying to be friends. And it seems like every time we would drink a little bit, things would get romantic. And then it would break my heart because he would come back and say, you know, he didn't want that. But it just seemed like in my soul, I felt like I was being used, manipulated, and dragged through the dirt, played, lied to. And I don't think that in his mind that he sees that. I don't think that he knows he was doing that. I could be wrong, but that's how it felt. And I don't want anybody to just go around thinking that he's a bad person because of this. But at the same time, I am done dealing with it. This is what happened every single time that we ever tried to be in a relationship. I gave and I gave and I gave. And it always comes back around to, you're selfish. And I'm telling you right now, I don't have to prove myself to anybody. But when I'm in a relationship, or if I love somebody, I want to give them everything that I can. Within reason, of course. I gotta have my own life, and they gotta have their own life. But you know what I mean. I like to put thought into presents and notes and little things here and there that make a person smile a little bit. And although we have been clear with each other verbally that the dating thing probably would never happen again, there were talks of it, you know, maybe it would happen again someday. And I had it in my mind, like an idiot, that if I stayed his friend and respected his space and all of that, that we would eventually get back together one day and things would be better than they were the first time. But being around him and going out to bars where he's bragging to guys about some chick that he hooked up with 2 weeks prior, or things about him saying he's leaving a girl hanging for 2 weeks just to see if it pisses her off and stuff. Things like that just started getting on my nerves. I just can't. Trying to be a friend with somebody like that you have dated and you have loved, and you possibly still kind of love them in a certain way, but then they treat other women like that. It kind of reminds you that you were treated that way and that you don't want to be treated that way again. So basically, if you know who I'm talking about, which you probably might if you're from my hometown and you're watching this, he's a very talented musician. He's a friendly person. He has a lot of potential to do things. And I don't want to down that. But his immaturity in relationships has caused me to not be able to be his friend anymore. And it sucks, but the hardest thing to do is to try to be friends with somebody you still have feelings for and watch them date other people and then kind of hook up with you one night and then act like it only happened because he was drinking. And that just hurts. It's like, oh, you come home and something just feels so good. It feels like someone loved you and it meant something. And then later on that day, you get a text message saying it didn't mean anything. And this happened multiple times. And I just I cannot continue that. And I know that he put something online about me. I know I put something online about him. But what really put the nail in the coffin, and I mean, I cussed him out. I really did, because I am done with the bullshit. I am done with all of the sneaking around and lies and stuff. I am done with that. I cannot be someone's friend while having feelings for them and them sneaking around, talking to other women, and probably lying to me about it. I cannot do it. And I'm not saying he would do this eventually with someone he really loved, but I don't know. I don't think he ever really loved me in the first place. But anyway, getting dried out. I did share his last two sets of text messages to me because honestly, I wanted everybody to see why the hell I have been so upset the last week or so, and why I'm needing to take a mental break, but also that he's not the perfect person that everybody thinks he is, which I'm not either. He could go out and share all the voice messages I sent him where I'm screaming at him, and yeah, that would make me look like a crazy person. I admit to it. But what really got me with that was the fact that he told me, after I've been so very honest with him about my mental health, the medications I take, the steps I take to work on my mental health, and then he confides in me things about his mental health, and I have tried to help him kind of make decisions on, give him ideas on what he could do to help his depression and anxiety and all of that, that he takes that and throws it in my face and says, you need to go get some help. You're selfish. You only care about yourself and your mommy. So right there, that was the nail in the coffin. Throwing my mental health in my face when I tried to help him with his mental health. Throwing that I'm selfish in his face when all I have done is gone to his shows, tried to be really helpful, tried to offer to help him with unemployment and taxes and all that stuff. And then for him to insult my mom, which I know that my mom and him have a long history of not liking each other, but for him to go and put, go back to you and your mommy and only care about you and your mommy, guess what? Anybody who dates me or is my friend, if they are gonna be an asshole to my mom, even though she can get a little protective sometimes, she's not perfect, I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect. But after the way that he talks about his mom, he has no right to tell me anything about my mom. Anyway, wanted to let y'all know I'm going up to Nashville. I'm canceling my shows on Sunday. I didn't have any today. I should have canceled all of them this week, but I really just wanted to try to push through. And I want to apologize for anybody that was at my show Thursday night, because I did cry the first hour of the show, and I tried so very hard to get myself together, but I kept getting text messages and looking at them, and it just kept hurting me, and I just couldn't focus on anything else. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have just turned my phone off, but I let myself into that. I let myself look at it and hurt myself more. And then Friday night, yesterday, I think I did all right. I was able to kind of use the anger and get that out of my system, but it was really difficult because that's a place that me and him used to hang out at a lot, and a place that his friends were even there last night. So I just felt uncomfortable. And today, after thinking long and hard about it, the very nice owner or the booking person for the venue tomorrow told me that she could tell that I was having a hard time, and that if I needed a day off, that it would be no problem. So I thank God that she did that. I thank her so much for letting me do that. And I am, like I said, going to go up to Nashville and clear my mind for a little bit. Because not only did that happen, I also got a message from my other ex-boyfriend. Literally like an hour after this one cussed me out, or I cussed him out and he fussed me out, whatever. We cussed each other out. I get a message from the other guy that I dated a couple years ago. I was selling his speakers on the marketplace, and he had the audacity to unblock me on Facebook, go in there and say, hey, you're selling them for $100. I'll pay $10 for them because that's what I got them for. That's what they're worth, pretty much. Awesome. So anyway, that is why I'm taking a step back from Blue Ridge for a second. I'm getting the hell out of the town. I'm going up to Nashville. I know that everything's closed. I know that everything is just weird right now with the virus. But I'm going to go up here. I'm going to hang out with people that care about me. And I'm going to work on my house. And I'm going to hope that it'll clear my mind so that I can get back to performing for y'all in a professional and proper manner instead of me having a mental breakdown on stage. So thank God for being there for me. Thank God for Xanax. Thank God for the people that are here for me, the people who care about me, and for the strength to get through being insulted so much in the last couple weeks, because I can take it anymore. I just don't want to take it anymore. Let's put it that way. But I'm okay. Don't worry about me. If you want to leave any nice comments or any thoughts of how to deal with the anxiety that I'm dealing with right now, leave your suggestions. Please don't say anything rude. If you do, I'm just going to delete it because I just am not in the mood to deal with it right now. But you can think rude things if you want about me. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I did some ballsy things yesterday, and I don't apologize for it because I have nothing to apologize for except crying during my show on Thursday. Like I said, that was unprofessional. I don't want to say bye, y'all. This is an update. I'm going to try to film some on this trip. I'm going to try to get better about posting my videos now that I've got this part of the drama out of my life. And maybe I can focus back on things again that mean something to me. So I'll see y'all in the next video. I love y'all. And subscribe to my channel if you please. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And let's try to build this channel up into something special. That way I don't have to do these little sad, whiny videos ever so often. We can do some fun stuff together. Alright, y'all.